Cześć, witajcie moi kochani, witam bardzo, ale to bardzo serdecznie. W kolejnym epizodzie zagrajmy w Disco Elysium. Kończymy dzień trzeci.
Recorded in you forever on 𝗱𝗏𝗏.
Powiedz mi, czy to sen?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash, the bang, the endless learning experience.
Kręcące się w wieczności.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth,
Ale
the
co to?
plotted flowers.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Deszcz, śnieg, nie chcę zapominać. To piękne.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class. For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Robimy postępy miarowe, systematyczne postępy.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Czemu?
Only love can break your heart.
Poczuj poduszkę pod policzkiem.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
O Jezu.
You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
Co takiego?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Co trzeba zrobić?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
Ja wezmę tę odpowiedzialność.
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee.
To powinien zasiadać w tym komitecie?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves. Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Weź na siebie odpowiedzialność. Kurwa, trudne sprawy.
Yes?
Musimy porozmawiać o odpowiedzialności.
I'm glad to hear it, detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
Co masz na myśli?
If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100% of your energies on the case before us. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of 𝗱𝗶𝗹𝗪? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
Za katastrofę, jaką jest moje życie.
But isn't that your job?
To jest bardziej złożone.
Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
Tak.
Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn toward moralism was just an act. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗏, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
Młodego
If I
człowieka.
were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his... Now, was there anything else?
Hi again, Gendarme. Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee about?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually...
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course. I guess you will. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Okej. Jesus Christ. Fuh. Dobra. Socjoekonomia. Okej. No spróbujmy się tego nauczyć. Empatia 10, logika 11. Dobra, spróbujemy to ogarnąć. Co mieliśmy zrobić? A, dowiedzieć się o autopsji i do 𝗱𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗃𝗏. A, no i zapłacić za kolejne spanie.
Hey,
Well, well.
got the 20. Good. You got the.
No i zajebiście, mamy to z głowy. Czekaj, tędy? Który tam się wchodziło? Pamiętam już. No jakoś tam się właziło. Tędy? Może? Nie, przez dom. Przez dom na tego ziutka. Nie tędy, przez dom ziutka. No jasne. No jasne, że tak. Do Manany trzeba pójść. A, ciekawe, czy w sklepie są jakieś rzeczy lecznicze, jakaś apteczka, coś tego typu? Ktoś powinien mieć jakieś rzeczy pomocne, nie? Mi się wydaje. A może ten ma coś do powiedzenia, ale zapiszmy lepiej.
Right to work! Right!
Right to work, wiesz? Ubranka ci nie pasują, ale right to work.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Okej, ty też tam nic nie powiesz. Right to work. Right to work. No dobrze. Committee.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Now, what can 𝗱𝗵𝗹𝗏 do for you today? The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. 𝘂𝗏𝗏𝗏. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun. Nothing is off the table.
Hear that? You did it the honest way. You got the real signatures, and now he's happy. I don't know. Your dirty forgery fingers aren't sure if playing this one straight was the right thing to do. We would have preferred trickery, but the choice was yours, sire. As always. You are the liege, and you're in.
Te podpisy, które zdobyłem, wiem, że planujesz ich wykurzyć chaosem z budowy.
Harry, By now, you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
Okej.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it.
To jest jednocześnie smutne, że tak, te wybrzeże jest martwe. Jest zniszczone, jest odpuszczone w ogóle. Ale wciąż niepokoi mnie to, co on robi.
Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
Okej. Ciekawe.
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
I tak, i nie.
Yes, I do. I got the centre, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
To też jest prawda.
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. And then there will be a giant statue of him, towering above it all.
Cześć, zbudujesz pomnik na swoją cześć?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together. Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗎. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Okej. Czy to ty zleciłeś zabójstwo Wisielca?
Order it. You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
Czemu jesteś taki gruby?
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
Co zyskujesz na jego śmierci?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Słyszałeś, że 2 szerszenie... O Jezu, znowu to o tych szerszeniach.
I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
He crosses his hands contently, thinking of the interior temperature of the wasp rising.
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Jaki to ma związek ze strajkiem?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not gonna give nothing. We're gonna take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're gonna take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗏 go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
Dlaczego zdradzasz mi swoje plany?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Kto zabił Wisielca?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗪. Couldn't have done it without him.
He really doesn't know. A guy, huh?
Skąd wiesz, że to mężczyzna?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
He really doesn't.
Ilu jest was w sumie w związku?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
Jak zamierzasz sfinansować swój nowy niezależny port?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Zaczną klienci masowo odpływać.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. 𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗏. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗏 𝗀𝗨𝘮. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
A tylko czubek góry lodowej, nieprawdaż?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗧 Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Benefit is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. 𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
O, chytry plan.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me.
Trudny to jest temat, naprawdę. Tu się dzieje bardzo dużo dziwnych rzeczy.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
To jest ten handel, czego nie ma.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel.
Okej.
I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
No, Harry. That's boring. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it. Boys, Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This bold new vision of incorporated socialism I'm offering?
Kurde, dużo dobrego robi, ale jest strasznym też, kurczę. A to jest też takie niszczycielskie, co on wymyśla. Kurde. Ale też to miejsce jest w bardzo złym punkcie swojej historii.
Thank you, Harry, thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Mogę dać ci konkretny pytanie do konkretnych członków?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Ciekawe, co? Coś mu się tam rozpędza się chłopak. No, ciekawe. No dobrze, czy mogę dostać broń w końcu?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Gdzie ona jest?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as
A
terrifying.
więc broń wciąż ma kobieta, którą kupiła ją od Roya.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the 𝗱𝗶𝗹𝗹 union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Możesz zorganizować spotkanie?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Dobra.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the 𝗱𝗶𝗹𝗃 union. This has been so great. I'm always happy to educate and enter. Very nice, Harry.
Dobra, wszystko wiemy. O. Mogę zejść? O, dobra, udaje się. O Jezu, kurwa, tam jest ten ziomek. A, masakryczny. No dobrze. Wychodzi, że jeżeli chodzi o Unię, mamy z Union mamy już wszystko ogarnięte. Z tych dziwnych rzeczy, które bym mógł zrobić, to nie wiem w sumie co. Mam do rozdania punkt, ale może bym chciał coś z myślami pogrzebać. Limit nauki zwiększony do 5. Chyba, że coś tu bym dał. Retoryka. Próg bólu. Dreszcze. Ciało jako narzędzie. Przekonywanie. Matematyka wzrokowa. Powiedzmy, że dajmy w przekonywanie. Próbujemy tam coś podziałać w tym kierunku. Dobra, no ale w każdym razie trzeba zapisać. No dobra. Biorąc pod uwagę, że zaczął się 4. dzień i jej nic nie wiadomo. Musimy iść do nowej lokacji. Nie, jeszcze autopsję mieliśmy się dowiedzieć.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Weź ponownie radio.
How may I assist? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for 𝗀𝗶𝗹𝗵𝘂𝗶𝗵𝗏, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Iranese pharmaceutical companies in the 𝗧𝗵𝗍 conflict. So, it seems the armor went to 𝗧𝗵𝗍. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. 𝗀𝗶𝗹𝗵𝘂𝗏 has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Krenel.
Yes, that is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP. And the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. No, they were called Sediment. And Somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
No właśnie. Do kogo ona jest dopasowana?
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
No jasne.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for team.
Dziękuję bardzo.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully
Jutro.
I have more for you then.
In
Zajebiście.
the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? 57.
In the cabin, you see
Okej, czyli nie dowiedzieliśmy się kurwa nic nowego. A, what the fuck?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree.
A snazzy shit-ripped
Yeah.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there.
It's just theoretical work, Copper.
Ktoście wy.
I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, Cop Man.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the 𝗱𝗵𝗏.
𝗱𝗵𝗏, or the 𝗱𝗵𝗏𝗃, the Immortals, are West Revacholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jackie.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Okej. Niewerbalne? Nic nie mów.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull.
Murder?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything.
Hey, stop right there.
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter? So what do you think we know?
Znacie Cindy Szachę?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regard.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful ideal. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral up. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Dobra, no niech kradą samochód, to co mam ci powiedzieć? No jakby ubezpieczony pewnie, co? Będziemy robić inne rzeczy, no kurde, jest dużo do zrobienia. Z autopsją dalej nie wiemy. Babka chce się z nami spotkać. Nabrzeże cały czas niezwiedzone. Że to gadanie z jedną osobą zajmuje pół dnia, nie? No, zobaczymy. Kurde, Everard. Z Everardem gadaliśmy i już pół godziny minęło. Prawie 40 minut. A nic nie jest zrobione, nie? Dobra, czyli tutaj byśmy... Tym pijaczkiem byśmy mogli pogadać jeszcze raz, bo on chyba teraz stracił przytomność trochę.
Uncle.
There's no waking him.
No i chuj się dowiedzieliśmy. Zajebiście. Dobra. Tędy nie możemy przejść? Serio? Ale jaja. Czyli tędy się nie da. Czyli tutaj jakby wszystko zwiedziliśmy. Yeah! Dobra, i tu gdzieś było takie jakby zawężenie, jakby ścieżka jakaś. Schody, wejście. Ale nie tu. Trochę dalej. O, że tu. I tu byłem, tak? Już chyba byłem. Okej. A i tu do tych pijaczków dotarłem. Gdzieś bardziej mógłbym pójść? No chyba nie. Czy na pewno tu byłem? Byłem. No dobrze. Temu ziomkowi fajnie byłoby dać coś, cokolwiek.
Waves are beginning.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with wave? But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Widziałem pani?
Unbelievable. You are looking for more lost things. 𝗬𝗪𝗏 losing his jacket, on the other hand, is very believable. I mean, he has lost everything else. It's a good thing, too, that he has an actual police officer looking for it. Good old...
That's odd. Is she actually impressed?
That's sweet of you. It really is. I check around the abandoned fish market on the boardwalk. Drunks are inexplicably drawn to market.
A phenomenon that the spectral hand theory...
If one of them lost something, that's as good a place to start looking.
Okej, a gdzie ten targ rybny? Jak tam dostać się?
Good.
Nic nie mogę tak naprawdę ciebie zapytać. A jak mogę, to i tak to nie ma sensu. Dobra, i teraz tak. Chaty rybaków. Kurwa, no i jak tam dalej pójść? Co to jest?
The door has...
I'll wait outside to give you after we are...
The key to...
Aha, to jest ten domek.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's the edge of a hollow space underneath. Nothing particular. Something bad. You stick your hand, a small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all. The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling. This...
Kurwa, może tu przebywa morderca.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one,
Najęła jej pani pokój?
Yes. I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude.
Kiedy to było?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from...
That's for the police to find out. Right then.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Okay.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's 𝗀𝗃𝗃 drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Było coś jeszcze?
No.
The truth, sire.
Jak ona jest?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
Co pani na myśli?
She tried not to let it show. but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Dlaczego pani zdaniem zostawiła tu ten nabój?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch. That it was...
Do tell.
To wyjście awaryjne.
Exit from what?
Jej życia.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Słyszałem, że dużo pije i ma problemy.
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do. Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with I don't know, further up the coast.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice...
No, you can do it. You still have behind the cinder block houses. Old pre-war ruins rise to the sky.
What do you want?
That's an excellent question, ma'am.
Aye. Laundry fetchers are some of the most honorable people I know. Are you getting a reward for it at least? What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free?
In fact, he does.
None of my business, either way. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian.
She really means it.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Dobrze. Podejdź do niej łagodnie. Wierzę tej kobiecie. A tu było otwarcie tego terenu. Okej. Czyli tam nie mogłem pójść, ale tu mogłem. No dobra. Spróbuję to prześledzić, ale to też może być trudne. To jest nie tak. Czegoś jakby mi brakowało.
Yes?
Okej. A to dlaczego nie? Nie wiem. Powóz parowy. Szybka podróż kościół. Będę może przejść gdzieś? Jezusie, kurde. Tu jest miejsce. Wait.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Huh? So should you. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat. I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night. A cell. Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. Sure. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound. Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from it.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium.
Hey, didn't Piss and Fuck the World mention Van Eyck too?
I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? Okay. Okay.
Czy jeszcze bym chciał się czegoś dowiedzieć?
Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're cold.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Empatia 10.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
Bo wiesz, jest coś, co zmienia moje życie w piekło.
What is it?
Ja pierdolę, nic z tego, to nie jest moje cierpienie. Cudzoziemcy na pewno nie zabierają nam pracy.
Oh, really? Wow, social justice really matters that much to you. That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it though? Yeah, man, they're pretty bad.
3.6 billion, not counting those in sale.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chick though?
Perhaps.
Go ahead. No.
Just no.
It's pretty desolate here.
Okej, no przeżyliśmy jakieś tam, kurde, chwile uniesienia.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Jesus. Dobra. Ale do tego wrócimy w następnym odcinku. Serdecznie dziękuję za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia. No i cześć. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie mojego materiału. Mam nadzieję, że Wam się podobało. Jeżeli Wam się spodobało, pamiętajcie, żeby kliknąć kciuk w górę, zasubskrybować i kliknąć dzwoneczek. Wszystko, aby zawsze być na bieżąco. Jeżeli macie coś do napisania, napiszcie komentarz, dzięki temu będę wiedział, że jesteście, że Wam się podoba i przede wszystkim, że chcecie, żeby tych materiałów pojawiało się więcej. Dodatkowo, jeżeli chcecie się wdzięczyć za to, co robię i podoba Wam się moja praca, pamiętajcie, że możecie kliknąć w moją nazwę, wejdziecie do strony głównej mojego kanału, kliknąć opcję wesprzyj i za 2 zł, 10 albo 30 zostaniesz wspierającymi według Waszej tutaj chęci i potrzeby oddania trochę tej dobroci w moją stronę. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia i życzę Wam miłego. Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję wszelkim wspierającym za to, że jesteście. Dziękuję tym, którzy byliście wspierającymi i dziękuję wszystkim tym, którzy po tym właśnie filmiku zdecydowaliście się na wsparcie. Przede wszystkim to nie jest tak, że wspieracie osobę, która ma tysiące widzów. Wspieracie małą społeczność, której dzięki każdej osobie z Was, każdej złotówce, którą mi przelejecie, każdym 2 złotym, które jesteście wspierającymi ptasiakami, za każdą tą jedną osobę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję i za każdą tą złotówkę dziękuję, ponieważ dzięki temu po prostu mam chęci, mam motywację i przede wszystkim mam dodatkowe finanse, które pozwalają utrzymać ten kanał i utrzymać wszystko, co się wokół niego dzieje, włącznie z kosztami prądu, kosztami kupowania nowego sprzętu, kupowania nowych gier i w ogóle całego czasu, które spędzam, czy to nagrywając, czy to streamując i czy to, jeżeli w przypadku wielu sytuacji rozmawiając i wspierając osoby, które w jakiś sposób czują się gorzej, więc moja działalność jest bardzo szeroka i cieszę się, że doceniacie ją. Jeżeli ktoś z Was czuje się gorzej i chciałby ze mną porozmawiać i ma jakieś takie problemy, możecie do mnie napisać, zagadać, wszystko na Discordzie, a link do Discorda w opisie.